Selena's here to tell us about the Last Word Festival at the Roundhouse and her LIVEwire tour and lots of other things besides. I don't want to call you a performance poet because I know you don't like that as an expression, but you sometimes do declaim your poetry, read out your poetry, perform it.
Yeah, I mean, I get up in front of people and say my poems out loud, read my poems out loud.
Yes.
Often quite animated, yeah.
But you don't like the term performance poet.
What do you think of it? Performance poet, spoken word artist? I think I just like poet, just poet.
It was always said out loud, with the bards. It was always those...
Exactly. If we go back a bit, yes.
I think straight up poet. Yeah, writer, yeah.
Look, you've got a lot of things to tell us about, though. Now, the Last Word Festival, which is Camden is featuring strongly in this, but this is the Roundhouse, which is more or less Camden. So what is about? What's the Last Word?
The Last Word Festival is at the Roundhouse, and it's I think it's the biggest spoken word poetry festival in the UK, and it's going to be fantastic. It's sort of loads of amazing collaborations and plays and poetry and things with music and it's just and I think there's even like clubbing going on and there's so much going on. It's amazing. I'm really excited. I'm doing two things for it: an experimental music thing, and also I'm doing a book thing with the Good Immigrant.
Right, OK, well, that was another project I was going to come on to, but you've got other poets and performers at the festival, John Hegley, Yomi Sodi, Jay Barnard, anyway, lots of different
the lineup's amazing, Sabrina Mahfouz, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yes, OK, now you've brought us on to The Good Immigrant, which I think is now available in paperback.
And audiobook. Yeah.
So do you read your chapter out?
Yeah, all of us read our own chapters ourselves, yeah.
So tell what is The Good Immigrant, the book, rather than what is a good immigrant? But I suppose the essential.
I'm a good immigrant. The Good Immigrant was a book that was, how can I say this in really quickly? Okay, it was crowdfunded in record time. It's a collection of essays about what it means to tick other in 21st century Britain.
Yes.
So there's people from all different races and religions talking about what it means to, in my case, to grow up a curly top and be the only brown face in, the school photo. And
That's me.
Yeah, you said Cotswolds. Yeah.
But I mean, your point in your chapter, above everything else, is that as a lot of people are nowadays, you come from different backgrounds, different races. So that's other because you're not black, you're not white, you're not. What are you supposed to be?
Yeah, my essay's titled Shade, and I really talk about how in some circles I'm not black enough, and then in other circles not white enough. So you're constantly sort of doing this balancing trick. I'd say that maybe mixed race people are like love bombs in the minefield of black and white.
Yes.
Just kind of going. Trying to break down those sort of barriers of labels and boxes.
But do you think we're in one further generation's time with so many different people, mixed races, is this going to disappear, do you think?
All I can talk about is my experience of remembering kind of growing up in the 70s, and me and my brother were the only brown faces in the school photo. And now I go into schools and work with kids, and I'm walking into classrooms which are just so many shades, so many mixes, and I'm loving that.
Yeah.
I think that's it's a beautiful thing. Also, of course, when we're talking about the Good Immigrant, it doesn't have to be a colour thing. I mean, I've got a Good Immigrant sweatshirt and I wear it round the corner to my local offie, where I'm applauded by my Polish local offie off-licence man. Because he's a good immigrant and he's a Polish man and he serves me beer. Yes. So it's good. Yeah.
So that's the Good Immigrant. And you wrote one chapter, but there's a lot of...
There's 21 of us. It's an amazing lineup of writers. Riz Ahmed's in it from Star Wars.
Yes.
I know, if you like Star Wars.
Well, a lot of people do. Now, you're also doing a tour of your own performing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've made an album. The album's called LIVEwire. I made it myself, produced it myself, and it's released on a tiny little label that's run by Matt Abbott, who's a fantastic Wakefield poet, Yorkshire boy, and his label's Nymphs and Thugs. And at the moment, we're going up and down the country, having a really funny time.
Are you a nymph or a thug? Then?
I think I'm actually a thug. Let's not mess around here.
Now, are you going to do a poem for us?
Would you like me to?
I certainly do, but I think you're doing Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic. This is track 9 on the LIVEwire album.
I'll let you do the poem, and it speaks for itself, obviously.
I used to love the film Titanic. The last 45 minutes or so. After the sex scene in the car, when the seawater starts to flow. The sinking ship all slopping and swaying, the band how they bravely keep on playing. A man dressing up as a girly waif to hide in a boat and get himself safe. The human catastrophe, the chaos, the panic and drama. I used to love that film Titanic, all that melodrama. But now it just looks like the Channel 4 news. People grabbing for life jackets, no coats and no shoes. Now I'm just reminded of the plight of refugees. All those human beings drowning in the open seas. People hungry and cold in overcrowded boats, crying for help with salt-burned throats. There's a Syrian Leo and there's Kate the Kurd. I used to love that film Titanic, but now it just looks absurd. And my love will go on. Ah, it's a terrible song. I said I used to like the film Titanic, not Celine Dion. Thank you.
How very cruel of you to finish an emotional, important poem with a sly dig at Celine Dion, who nobody likes, but everybody buys her records.
It's because people always go Celine Dion when I say my name's Selena. It's more annoying just because our names are similar. You know that thing? Sorry,
but I will mention the Last Word Festival runs at London's Roundhouse from the 20th of May to the 10th of June. Selena's spoken word album LIVEwire is out now, and she's touring across the summer, including the Port Eliot and Edinburgh Book Festival, and you can check her website for any more details.